What is up, awesome people? And welcome back to another Wi-Fi Wednesday shenanigans! Alright, so originally I was going to do this as a bit of a side-by-side comparison on how a team has evolved. So in this case, it's one team that I had, it was an absolute failure, and this one battle is the only battle that I managed to get with this team. This shows just how dreadful this team was. So it had these 4 Pokemon, Absol, Aromatisse, Hariyama, and Bronzong in it, and it was also accompanied by Mega Sableye and Glaceon. Now what ended up happening was, because the team was so bad, I had to remake this particular team, but at the same time, because there was also an opportunity to do another particular team, I had ended up making a second team out of it. So what I was going to originally do was show all 3 of the teams in this video, but it ended up being like 23 minutes long, so I'm like, I can't do that, that's too long for you guys. So what's going to happen is, I'm going to show the original team, and then show what it ended up becoming after the revamp. And then next week, I will end up showing the secondary team that came out of it, which is another interesting team that I've had an absolute blast playing with. Same with the team that this ended up becoming with as well. It's an absolute blast to play with. So, the first battle is, as you can probably see, an interesting one because there's a Volcanion. So, the shenanigans are definitely real in this one. So, let's just jump straight into it and see how the shenanigans played out. But believe me, there's a few shenanigans indeed. And I'll try to explain some of the changes that happened with some of the Pokemon. Obviously, Mega Sableye and Glaceon ended up getting scrapped because they weren't shown in this battle. So anyways, we got the Absol and the Aromatisse lead. So I will say this now, I only made this team for the sake of using Absol. Same way that I did the UU single team, just to show off the Honchkrow. So the Jolteon goes for the Helping Hand on the Volcanion. Not like Volcanion needs enough power, because it's already strong enough in special attack with Steam Eruption without the Helping Hand, which is an extra 30% boost. So I had the Helping Hand as well on my Aromatisse after it sets up the Trick Room, and Absol did go for the D-Tech to stop the Steam Eruption, taking that out because there is an OHKO on my Absol, because this only has 4 IVs. I didn't put defense or special defense IVs into it. So I do run Night Slash on it. I only do 3/4 damage. I was actually expecting it to OHKO, but since I have never versed the Volcanion before, I underestimated it. And even with the Super Lux Scope Lens Night Slash thing going, I still didn't have enough to take it out. Even with Helping Hand up, still wasn't enough. It's like, oh man. So yes, Volcanion is a pain in the rear side. Okay, so I send a Hariyama. I go fake out on the Volcanion because I know the Jolteon's going to go for the Helping Hand on Volcanion to boost its attack, which will probably be enough to take out the Hariyama, even with the special defensive. No, I wasn't running special defensive at this particular time. I think I was running HP and attack. That may have been it, or attack or defense, because Hariyama doesn't really need any more HP investment on it because it's already got a nice base. Anyways, I faked out the Volcanion. Then I Moonblast the Jolteon, which does a decent amount because I go special attack investment. Then I go knock off on the Volcanion, taking that out, which is great. Expert Belt gets knocked off. I'm like, oh, that didn't need any more of a boost. Helping Hand, Expert Belt, that's nasty. Anyways, Mega Medicham comes in. I'm predicting Mega, hence why I said Mega Medicham. I swap out there because I'm predicting a fake out probably my way, and I protect on the Aromatisse just in case it goes for a Bullet Punch there, because that's another thing that the Mega Medicham can run. Counters a lot of Sylveons or Gardevoirs that they run in VGC, and at the same time huge power to boost its attack. So I think it gets it like, at level 100, it's like 500 attack or something. It's massive. So there's the fake out, which is not going to do very much to Bronzong at all. And the Jolteon actually goes for the Thunderbolt. So I'm kind of hoping it doesn't have the Shadow Ball and Jolteon as well, because that should do decent amounts to my Bronzong, since I am split defenses, but I am focusing mainly on my defense. Then Aromatisse will be special defensive. So there's the Bullet Punch, which I was kind of fearing on the Mega Medicham, because that's going to dent my Aromatisse. And at the same time, Thunderbolt hits Aromatisse and I get paralyzed. By the time I finished all these battles for Battle Spot with all 3 teams, I was kind of sick of paralysis, to be honest, but you'll see as we go through the weeks and explaining each of the analysis. Anyways, Trick Room goes back there on the Aromatisse, giving my 2 Pokemon the advantage. Helping Hand goes up on the Mega Medicham. I get paralyzed. I'm like, no, I could have gone for the Protect, but they went for Bullet Punch on Bronzong, which confused me. Like, I got no idea why they did that. They could have OHKO'd my Bronzong unless they predicted I was going to go for the Protect on the Aromatisse, but I was paralyzed. There was a chance I wasn't going to get a Protect off, which is what happened. Protect goes up, and you wouldn't believe it, they went for Bullet Punch on the Aromatisse this turn. So I was like, I bet they're kicking themselves there. So this is a Gravity, Hypnosis, Mental Herb, Trick Room, Bronzong. and it ended up getting changed eventually because I wasn't too thrilled about having no attacking moves on Bronzong. It actually worked against me in multiple battles, so this is about the only battle where that didn't really make much of a difference. So Moonblast there on the Mega Medicham. I kind of want to get rid of this thing because it's a bigger threat than what Jolteon is, and I can just Hypnosis the Jolteon and just rely on my luck, which was probably a bad idea because my luck's been absolutely dreadful so far, that none of these Pokemon wake up. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to swap out and go back into Hariyama, so I can probably tag up both of these Pokemon. And by this stage I was regretting not having Rock Slide on my Hariyama, which is what the new set for Hariyama ended up having. So on this current set I have Fake Out, Close Combat, Knock Off, and Wide Guard. So as you saw there, this is why I don't rely on my luck. Both Pokemon woke up that turn. What are the chances of that happening? So Jolteon went Helping Hand, and Medicham woke up and went Bullet Punch and knocked out my Aromatisse. So even with all the defensive investment in the world, I was not going to live that. So I go for Fake Out there on the Medicham just in case some shenanigans went down there or something. And that goes down. And the Jolteon actually didn't go Helping Hand that turn. I thought they might have, but my biggest fear did come true. It did have Shadow Ball and went for the Bronzong. But since I am split defenses, it didn't do as much. And at the same time, it kind of looks like that Jolteon was more of a supporty, bulky set instead. So Gravity runs out, and their last Pokemon to bring out on the field is their Slaking. So I'm assuming that's their last attacking Pokemon, since, as I said, Jolteon looks more of a support set with Helping Hand and other stuff to be complete shenanigans. So I didn't have Gravity on the field, so Hypnosis misses. Close Combat is a definite OHKO there, since I am max attack running Brave Nature. And I'm pretty sure Slaking wouldn't have liked that, even if it was like max health, max defense. So that goes down, and will most likely end in a forfeit because there wouldn't be too much that a Jolteon can really do to my Hariyama or my Bronzong, since it would have to be running like a special attack investment or something, and since it probably, yeah, I mean it could have taken out my Pokemon, but at the same time Trick Room was on the field, it didn't run Protect by looks fair, so that was definitely going to be game. So that was that battle, and this is the team it ended up becoming after I revamped it. So what happened was Glaceon went to another team and got replaced by Regice, and Sableye got replaced by, I can't remember who replaced Sableye actually. Hariyama got a revamped moveset, so it went from having Fake Out, Close Combat, Knock Off, Wide Guard to having Fake Out, Rock Slide, Ice Punch, and Close Combat. So I completely got rid of Knockout, which now and again, and this is one of the cases where I'm like, I regret taking Knock Off off this set. And as you can see there on the team preview, they had a Mega Gengar. Well, it was a Gengar, but I can say now it's a Mega Gengar to be a pain in the rear side. So I'm going to lead off with the Aromatisse and the Hariyama here. So I got the Trick Room Fake Out lead, which is a pretty nice strategy actually. But if the opponent is running a Ghost type like Gengar or Aggie Slash or something, that's about the only time this particular lead gets countered. So it goes for the Mega Evolution there. Totally didn't see that coming. So it's going to have the Shadow Tag, which means I can't swap, but I do go for the Fake Out because I was thinking maybe the Amoonguss was going to go for the Spore and cause some shenanigans. So I was going to try and stop that, get my Flame Orb going so it couldn't Spore me. Didn't matter because I got paralyzed. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Why does Paralysis love me so much? Hypnosis hits, I'm like, wow, yeah, I must have dreadful luck if that hits and I get a Fix Spawn in the same turn. So it goes for Dream Eater, I'm like, okay, that's something I haven't seen before. Dream Eater Mega Gengar, especially in this format. It usually runs very similar to a Gengar, like the non-Mega Gengar. Anyways, it's got the Giga Drain and the Amoonguss. It can't really do too much now because it can't Spore me or anything like that. But at the same time, while I was regretting not having Knock Off on my Hariyama, I was very happy that I had Ice Punch on Hariyama, so it means once I get past the Paralysis, I can go for an Ice Punch and hopefully OHKO that Amoonguss. So Citrus Ray kicks off the Aromatisse, healing it back up to the green. Amoonguss is keeping going for that Giga Drain, bring it back to full health. And here comes the Ice Punch. I'm like, please OHKO, please OHKO. Wow, I must have dreadful luck. 1 HP live. Jeez Louise. My luck is absolutely dreadful, as you can probably tell. Anyways, the Dream Eater keeps going on there on the Mega Gengar. Giga Drain continues going there on the Amoonguss, slowly withering down my Hariyama's health. I'm like, I should be able to take out both these Pokemon. Well, take out the Amoonguss at least with Rock Slide and then do some damage to the Gengar. So Rock Slide does a decent amount there to Gengar, just with it under quarter damage there, and Amoonguss does go out, so I'm like, good, 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 and Aromatisse wakes up even better and goes for the Trick Room. So now I finally have Trick Room on the field, which means I can outspeed the Mega Gengar, and this Evantal. I'm like, oh boy. So I definitely need to go for the Ice Punch here so I don't lower my attack power Rock Slide, and I get paralyzed. Oh my goodness, that made a huge difference on the battle. So I probably may have actually OHKO'd that Evantal with Ice Punch, just off the top of my head maybe. But since I got paralyzed, my Hariyama bites the dust instead. So even if I didn't take out the Evantal with Ice Punch, Moonblast would have finished the job and Evantal wouldn't have got all those health back. I don't think, because Aromatisse would have tanked it relatively well. But at the end of the day, it probably would have gone to sleep anyways because Hypnosis hit again. So I wasn't exactly too thrilled that my Hariyama bit the dust again. So Absol comes out. I'm like, okay, I know for a fact I can outspeed both of these Pokemon because they're looking like it's running a max speed Evantal, and Night Slash, as I said, it's the Scope Land Super Lock. Absol with the Night Slash is going to OHKO that Gengar, and even with its bulk, it could have gone max health or max special attack or something, and I would have still taken it out. So Oblivion Wing goes on the Absol. Doesn't take me down anywhere close to the red. I honestly thought it might have, but I guess it's not the Evantal set that I thought it might have been. So out comes the Gardevoir, and here it is probably my next misplay, because I completely forgot that Psycho Cut wasn't super effective, or wasn't effective at all against Gardevoir. So I'm like, oh, whoops, I forgot about that. Probably should have gone for Night Slash there. So it wouldn't have made too much of a difference on the battle. I would have done probably about half damage there to the Gardevoir instead of that little damage. And Oblivion Wings then go off again and hit my Absol. And yes, that Gardevoir did go for the Dream Eater. So it looks like this is a Core Hypnosis Dream Eater team, and at the same time Evantal I'm pretty sure can run Gravity, so that can make Hypnosis 100% accuracy, which is what I actually might have expecting as well in the back of my head. So Moonblast once again on the Aromatisse. I'm going to do that on the Evantal, just deal some damage to it, brings it down to the yellow special attack drop as well, which isn't going to make much of a difference because I got the Ice Beam going on the Regice. I am Quiet Nature also running the Wise Glasses as well, which is raising special attack moves by 20% off the top of my head. And Hypnosis on the Gardevoir is going to miss. So I'm like, sweet! So this went absolutely brilliantly at the end. So I go Helping Hand on the Regice, which I probably didn't need to do because the move I'm using is Flash Cannon. And with Quiet Nature and Regice's very nice base special attack, that Gardevoir has definitely seen better days. So Psychic takes out the Aromatisse to try and even out the score to 1-0. Flash Cannon hits and takes out the Gardevoir. And there's the Karma. Critical hit on that, which definitely did not make a difference. Even if that was max health, max special defense with the Wise Glasses boost, Regice, nice base special attack as well, Quiet Nature, I don't think it was going to like that Flash Cannon at all. So anyways, guys, that's it for tonight's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the side-by-side comparison of the two teams. Obviously, out of those two battles, Aromatisse and Absol never changed their moveset. They remained the same because I kind of felt they didn't need to change. They were going to work regardless of what situation they were in. Though I will admit, this Aromatisse I'm using at the moment is IV'd in a way that I had Hidden Power Ground originally. I ended up deciding against that as I was leveling it up. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to need Hidden Power Ground at all. And I will say, out of all the battles I've done with this particular team, I haven't needed Hidden Power Ground at all. So it was a really good call on my part to bring it back to the original set. But if I do need Hidden Power Ground or feel that I need to put Hidden Power Ground back onto the set, I mean, it may have made a little bit of a difference in that battle because I would have had something to hit Mega Gengar with instead of Moonblast, which isn't very effective. But I guess that's one way of looking at it. But again, that's hindsight look at. Hariyama definitely had the better change for the best, going from the Fake Out, Close Combat, Knockoff, Wide Guard to Fake Out, Ice Punch, Rock Slide, and Close Combat. Definitely hits a lot more Pokemon, better coverage, and as I said, I could have actually run Assault Vest instead of the Flame Orb and give Hariyama a bit more of a sustainability, but again, went against that just for extra power. And I'm running no HP investment at all because Hariyama definitely doesn't need any more HP on it. It doesn't really serve Hariyama any purpose at all, so you could go max defense, max attack, Assault Vest, and make an extremely bulky Hariyama, and then rely on hacks to make it even better. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that one, and next week we'll be looking at the other team that this team actually produced, which was the Glaceon Abomasnow core, and some other, well, haven't had a chance to show off the shenanigans yet with that. So I may do a few more battles, see if I can get that going. But until then, this is Lady KrimZen saying ciao for now, but not forever. Ciao.